What's up guys, Howie here. This might have some spoilers. If you haven't played the game yet, maybe go watch another video because I don't want to spoil it for you, man. This game's been a lot of fun. So, Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm so pumped on this. I bought Resident Evil 4 back in 2005 when it was on the GameCube, and I fell in love. I was a huge fan of Resident Evil since 1996 when the first one dropped. Resident Evil 1 and 2 were like my favorite games. I didn't play much of Nemesis. I didn't play 3 that much. I don't know, for whatever reason, I didn't really like it as much as the first 2. But when they dropped Resident Evil 4, it was the introduction of the over-the-shoulder cam, as opposed to the fixed angles and, you know, the painted backgrounds and all that. And with Code Veronica, in like 2000 or so on the Dreamcast, they experimented with like a dynamic camera setup where the camera moves along with you sometimes. Other times it's static, which I thought was cool. I actually wasn't a big fan of Code Veronica when it came out. I felt it was really clunky and unfinished or something. I don't know. I did replay it recently though, and really enjoyed it actually. So Capcom, maybe remake that one next, that'd be sick. Anyway, back to Resident Evil 4. I became a huge fan. It became my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. I loved everything about it, except for 2 things. I didn't like the QuickTime events, and Ashley. Fuck Ashley. She was always getting in the way and just being really annoying. I'm never really a fan when there's like some sort of co-op or you have to sort of babysit someone and make sure they stay safe, you know? I don't know why, I just don't like that. She is a lot less annoying in this game though, I'll say that. Still kind of gets in the way sometimes. But I remember that first opening scene when you get to the house outside the village and you walk in, you're like, hey, anybody home? That's my Leon impression.
Anyone home?
You walk around the corner and the dude like immediately comes at you with a hatchet. Sick. It just starts from there. I never even thought about the game being like heavy on action. For whatever reason, it just felt right. I was very comfortable playing this game with as much action that there was. So that never really crossed my mind until like years later. It's like, yeah, it did really change and become more of an action game. Still had some cool moments, you know, with the puzzles and stuff, a little, you know, but overall the pacing was a lot faster than the original games. You get to the village scene, they torch the one cop that you came with earlier, and then they all attack you at once, and you spend, I think it's like 6 minutes or something like that, if I can remember, just running around, just trying to stay alive, basically. And it was so intense, and you're just like, shit, this game is gonna be awesome. A lot of exploration. There's the different areas, the village, the castle, the island, all that. A lot of cool enemies. Just very much enjoyed that game, loved that game. That was my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. And then they released Resident Evil 2 Remake, and that became my favorite Resident Evil game again, because that was originally my first favorite. Out of the first 3 that were out, part 2 was my absolute favorite. And once the remake came out, I was so happy, and the nostalgia kicked in, and I remembered sitting there playing that game back in '98. Just brought a lot of memories back, and it was redone so well. They did it so well. I really enjoyed it. I know some people I've heard have had problems with it. I love that game. I think it's so good. Resident Evil 4. This game is incredible. I am 16 hours in. My first run on a Resident Evil game is always a shit show. I take my time. I'm wasting ammo. I'm getting killed often. I like to explore thoroughly. I like to try to find everything, all the treasures, all the things, you know, all the secrets. So I spend a lot of time figuring things out and just kind of taking my time through it. And I look forward to, I haven't beaten it yet. I got through the main castle area, and that lizard thing with the tail, I don't know, that monster creature with the whipping tail chasing you around with the liquid nitrogen and stuff that you can use on them. I just got to that part. So I'm looking forward to playing through the rest, and I imagine, I mean, if it's anything like what I've seen so far, this game is gonna be my new favorite game of probably all time. I look forward to New Game Plus, playing through with like unlimited weapons that I've earned, because you know you got to play through once like the regular way you're supposed to. But I love going back through and just tearing shit up and finding all the treasures again, and you know, like I want to 100% this thing for real. I've already seen streamers speed running it. I can't wait to get better at it and speed run it myself. It's just so fun. And again, it brings back the nostalgia. I think they did a very good job of staying faithful to the original. They added things that make sense though. Like they're exciting and they're new, and it made the game feel like brand new. Obviously the game is beautiful on the RE engine, just gorgeous. I love that it takes place at night pretty much. The lighting is incredible. The sound design is so good. It's like satisfying. Like when you pick up an item or you reload your weapon, or even firing your gun, like all the sounds, the foliage, everything, it's just very satisfying to the ear. I love that you can, when you're fighting the Ganados, you can take out their knees and they'll fall down. The ones in the castle with the cloaks, you can kneecap them. Some of them will spin around. You can run up behind them, use your knife on them. I love that they added some stealth mechanic, being able to sneak up on people or kind of sneak around, and you won't exactly alert your enemies around you. I love that mechanic very much. I still haven't gotten good at doing the parry yet. I'm always missing and doing it wrong. I know it blinks down there on the bottom right. When the moment's right, it'll like your knife will pop up there and it's like, hey, parry, motherfucker. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you miss it and you get hit and you die. So still need to work on parrying. But yeah, super cool. I love upgrading the weapons. I love the merchant. I love his voice. Very cool. Very, very much more. I mean, that's a very iconic character with that voice and everything, but it is a new voice actor as far as I can tell. But I really like, he's even more human now, which is cool. He even like chit chats a little more, like while you're kind of deciding what to upgrade next and what you're going to buy, what you're going to sell, things like that. I love that they added that new brute character, the dude, I think it's like the horse head or the pig head, running around with a big hammer. Love that. They added more treasures and more of like the blue medallion challenges throughout. Other challenges like you'll go kill rats in the castle, things like that. You can get spinels for that. Spinel, the little pink jewels. You can get those in exchange. And I like the trade system. It's pretty interesting. There's like power-ups basically, so you can like power up your attaché case. Is it attaché? Am I saying it right? Attach. Attaché. You can trade it in for upgrades to get like percentage bonuses on things, and you can upgrade it so like it'll drop like I think the red one drops like more red herbs. For example, I did the deluxe pre-order on both Steam and PlayStation. Yeah, I got it on both systems, Steam and PS5. I want to play the sick graphics on the PS5 when I'm home, but I travel a lot with my band, so got the Steam Deck here. And while I'm on the subject of the Steam Deck, this game runs perfect on this system. I was worried because I had problems getting Dead Space going at first. The Callisto Protocol was very shitty the first couple days. Resident Evil 4, just like 2 and 3 Remake, runs stellar. It did crash on me last night one time. That was the first time that happened. I was down in this pit and I realized I couldn't go anymore. I could still move, I could still do stuff, but I couldn't go forward. It wouldn't let me go anywhere. So killed the game, restarted the Steam Deck, came back, I went to restart the game. A crash report, I was like, oh, okay, I guess it crashed. But that's only happened one time out of the 16 hours that I've been playing this game. I'll put a little screenshot of my settings here. You can pause if you want to take a look at my settings. I did have to go in performance mode and then tweak it a little bit. It still looks great and it plays great. And yeah. So if you're worried about Steam Deck or anything like that, don't worry, it works. Battery life, that's another thing with the Steam Deck, but like playing these AAA games. The first time I played it actually last weekend, I was flying all weekend, so I had to fly to Texas, and I got about an hour and a half out of a full battery. I have a 65 watt power bank, brought that with me fully charged, finished the flight playing the game. So I got roughly 4 hours playing this game on the Steam Deck in the air. What a time to be alive. I'm excited to finish this game on the Steam Deck and then play it on the PS5 as well, starting over, and just seeing how it looks on there. The chainsaw demo looked incredible on the PS5. So, but again, it looks really good and it plays really well on the Steam Deck. So I'm happy either way. I'm just so stoked that Capcom is doing this. It's like, I wish other developers would do this as well. Like I would love to see like a Metal Gear remake, from the first two, Metal Gear Solid. games like that. I would love to see that. Capcom is killing it with this. And every time I play these games, I smile and I think about the first time that I played these games when I was a kid. It just takes me back, and they look amazing. They're gorgeous. I'm just so happy with the way they're doing these games, and I'm so happy that I can play them again in a whole new way. I love how it feels, the controls, everything, the camera. I tried to play Resident Evil 4 on Steam, the original one, a couple months ago, to kind of get excited, get stoked again, maybe run through the game to get more familiar again, because I hadn't played it in a long time, years, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get through it. Like the camera angle, the way it's like, it doesn't work the way the camera works now in modern games. It's like you move the stick and it'll go like this, but there's no like you let go and it just comes back, and there's no like real control, and you don't get as big of a field of view. Maybe they did that on purpose to kind of increase the sort of intensity where you can't look around fully. I don't know, but these days that doesn't work for me. I'm not a fan of that at all. I love the modern controls, the modern mechanics. They really work well with this game. The other thing about the old game was the lighting and the vibe wasn't as good as I remember it. Back then, obviously that's what we had, and it looked incredible back then. Still an incredible game, don't get me wrong. It feels clunky and it just doesn't look as good. It hasn't aged as well as I wanted it to. Still looks good though, don't get mad at me. I just love the way that game's played nowadays. Again, I love all the things they added. I love the levels feel even bigger. The exploration is just incredible. Like I said, they added a lot of little things, like you gotta find, like in Resident Evil 2, there's a little, I forgot what they called it, but the little guy, you gotta shoot him. He's like clicking in the corner, little bobblehead thing. Well, they got something like that in this game as well, because can't say a lot of these words tonight. Anyway, those are really hard to find, actually. You'll hear them like clicking, and you can turn. And I love how like they use like the audio, so like when you turn, it goes away if you're, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like spatial audio, I guess. You can use your ears to actually find it, which is pretty sick. You got to play this game in headphones, by the way. You got to play in headphones. There's no other way to do it. Anytime I play any Resident Evil game or some kind of a horror game, you got to put the headphones on, dude. Because these developers, they know how to. It ain't just about the video; it's about the sounds, So creating creepy environments, and just did a wonderful job with this. So yeah, that's my review so far of Resident Evil 4 Remake. I am fucking stoked. I am so happy that this is out. Finally, I pre-ordered this months ago, and I was waiting for this thing to come out, and I'm just so happy with it so far. So I can't wait to finish it, and I'll make another video when I'm done to kind of let you guys know what I thought about it. And I can't wait to start the New Game Plus and go through and get that unlimited rocket launcher and just start lighting things up. It's just always a lot of fun, and then eventually get better, learn it enough to where I can do a speed run, and just yeah, this game's so fun. I can see the replay value just going for forever on this. I play Resident Evil Village dozens of times. Like, I just really love that game. That game was a lot of fun. I turned it over so many times. So the replay value on these games the last few years has been awesome. So yeah, if you're wondering if you should buy Resident Evil 4, what are you waiting for? Absolutely get this game. It is incredible. Get in there, have some fun. And I'm gonna get back to this right now, actually. I gotta finish this thing, man. Oh yeah. I'll let you guys know what's up. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to check out my weekly live stream every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Western. It's called Let's Hang Out. We just hang out, sing songs, chat it up, become a member, get yourself a little pineapple, and know that you're supporting an independent creator. Check out my band Ballyhoo. We're gonna be on tour in May and then throughout the rest of the year. New record on the way. Really excited, man. I hope you guys love it. We got some rock, we got some reggae, we got some punk, we got everything, man. Smash the like button, and I will see you next time.